What is going on, guys? Welcome to a new segment on this channel called Flashback Reviews. Here I review movies which were released some time ago, either last year or any time before. And just an FYI, these reviews will contain spoilers. In preparation for Happy Death Day 2, which releases very soon, today I have decided to review Happy Death Day, which came out in 2017. This movie focuses on Tree, a college girl who gets killed by a baby mask-wearing murderer. And when she gets murdered, she wakes up and the day resets itself. She then learns that she is reliving the same day over and over again, and tries to eventually figure out who is doing this to her and to end it all. Now, we've seen this kind of story before, most prominently in Groundhog Day, but also in Re:Zero, and many other movies as well. But I still wanted to see this anyway, and the sequel, because I wanted to see if there was anything different about it, and I was slightly intrigued by it. This is by no means a great movie, but it is still mildly entertaining. I wouldn't necessarily call this a horror movie. It has horror elements, yes, but it was more of a thriller, and even calling it a thriller is overstepping it by a bit. There's very minimal amounts of violence in this movie. There's a little bit of blood, and that's about it. All the wounds and cut marks are censored. The killing scenes were short. You hear her scream and then a shot of the murderer killing her, but then it just cuts to her waking up in bed again. Going into this, I thought that it would be fairly suspenseful, and it is to some extent, but definitely not enough to make my palms sweaty. In fact, I would go as far as to call this movie a comedy. It was a surprisingly funny, yet light-hearted movie. It was very tongue-in-cheek. They actually made a reference to Groundhog Day at the end of the movie. There are also a lot of sexual references, a lot that I didn't really expect, and maybe a little bit too much. But I think the major flaw of this movie is that the plot twist in the end didn't really make much sense to me. It seemed highly unrealistic, and looking back at the movie, it just doesn't hold together at all. Her roommate was the one that tried to murder her, but over some really, really dumb shit. And just how did she know where she was all the time to make the kill? Plus, you don't really get to learn why Tree relives every day over and over again. That part was never really answered in the movie, but the director did promise that answer in the sequel. So I guess I have something to look forward to. I did like the acting and directing in this movie. The acting kind of made the movie funnier, and I thought that the chase scenes were done particularly well with all the sideways shots. It's just a shame that we don't see it too often. Overall, Happy Death Day is a fairly entertaining movie if you don't take it too seriously. I'm sure that most people will still have an enjoyable experience if you just let the movie take you wherever it wants to take you. I'm going to rate Happy Death Day a B-. Thank you guys so much for watching this review if you made it this far. Feel free to leave a like and sub to help this channel. Also, please leave a comment. I'm interested to hear other people's opinions on this movie as well. If you are interested in how I grade my movies, please check the description box below. And if you haven't already, please check out my previous videos. Until next time.